Hello everyone, and I'm continuing testing Alan Wake franchise. So going through the settings, unfortunately I had to disable direct aiming, and I will talk about a bit later. Now in the graphical options, I didn't use DLSS. I increased FOV by 1 paddle, which equals to the value of 11, motion blur and film grain disabled. And in advanced options, I used MSA anti-aliasing because it produces the best visual quality, and everything else is maxed out. Now personally I'm very disappointed with this remaster because it has a lot of issues, especially if you have Ryzen CPU. Now getting back to my direct aiming option. So in the original you could use direct aiming option, which disables mouse smoothing and mouse acceleration. And unfortunately in this version, if you enabled it, the mouse becomes extremely slow, to the point it's actually unplayable. So I literally had to disable that. Of course I could play with mouse DPI settings, but unfortunately I don't really like doing per game basis. I like using only one DPI preset for all my programs and games. So there's no way I'm going to mess with my DPI settings for only one game. So even with this issue, the original already felt a lot better to control and play. And that's really not a good start. And the second major issue, which is the graphical issues on AMD CPUs. So first of all, for some reason it utilizes fully up around 4 or 5 CPU threads, but it does not show in the performance. For some reason Intel chips performs way better in this game, like 2x performance gains, and that's really not normal. So it signifies that something is very broken in this game, specifically for AMD CPUs. And yeah, the further issue is that you get graphical issues if you use unlocked frame rate without VSync at 60 Hz with AMD CPUs. So as you can see here, I get those issues as well. Now I have to say that issues based on CPU vendors such as Intel or AMD are extremely rare. In all my testing, I have tested I think around 300 games. I have encountered only one game which has issues on AMD CPUs, which was Crysis from 2007. But it was due to instruction set, which was automatically forced on AMD CPUs. So if the game detects that you're using AMD CPU, even if it's 15 years later, it automatically tries to force 3D Now instruction set, which is no longer available in newest AMD CPUs. So it's really just a remnant from the past, rather a developer's fault. But in this case, it's totally developer's fault, and really I'm super surprised that a remaster from 2021 has issues on one of the most popular CPU brands. So I'm thoroughly disappointed in that. But what can you do? So not only controls are much worse, but the visual issues are also much worse in this one than the original. Of course the graphics are improved a bit, especially characters. But for the most part it's really much worse version than the original, which is really unfortunate. So because this is not really worth playing, just get the original, I decided to use only the first level of it for my benchmarks. So I think I'll leave you to the gameplay. As always, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you. This is it. You're dead, just like me. Die! I can keep this up forever!